Hey, what's going on, guys? We are back. When I say we, I mean me. Max is not back. Um, he is I don't know what he's doing, but I'm gonna be doing this one by myself. I know a lot of people on the internet already don't like me that have watched our stuff because they say I don't know ball or whatever. But I just like talking about sports. So if you don't like that, then you don't have to watch. But anyways, we're gonna jump right into the first couple games that happened this week, and first one is the Dolphins and the Falcons. The Dolphins beat the absolute shit out of them Falcons. Um, Not a good game at all. I thought that it probably just doesn't help that um, Michael Penix was not playing, but I mean either way they weren't good in that game. 1 second, I'm gonna look at my website. But yeah, they look terrible. Tua actually looks decent. I mean, I don't get the Falcons because sometimes they look very good, sometimes they look very shitty. Very hard to gauge if they're actually good or not. Um, you got your toy. So I'm not really sure how to go about the Falcons. I mean, they have a good defense. Their offense looks good at times. It's very confusing to watch them week to week because, like I said, they look good some games. They look bad some games. Tua threw 4 touchdowns, got sacked once, had an almost perfect passer rating. HN actually looked halfway decent this week running the ball, but it's not amazing. What you doing? Jalen Waddle looked very good. And also, which was surprising as well, is the Dolphins' defense looked fairly good, and I was kind of surprised about that. But it might just be Tua because Tua just looks absurdly bad. Or not Tua, sorry, Kirk Cousins. He just looks bad. Like he can't throw the ball down. 21 completions, 173 yards. I mean, it's not like he turned the ball over or anything. They just were bad. And Bijan was terrible. Couldn't run the ball. They also didn't run the ball because they were losing the whole fucking game. But they also didn't get Bijan involved in the passing game. Kyle Pitts wasn't doing much. Drake London didn't play to that, or he just didn't get a target, which I would have a hard time believing. But yeah, I mean, they looked very bad. Um, was not a good game for the Falcons. I think when they get Penix back, they'll play better, but I don't think they're just really hard to figure out because they're really good one week and then they get blown out by a shitty team the next week, which is weird because I just don't understand it personally, but I don't get it, but it doesn't matter. We'll move on to the next one. Tua somehow looks good every other week. It's funny. Um, do you got a bed to lay on? Whatever. The next game we got is the Texans and the 49ers. Now, I thought that the Texans would win because their defense, but I didn't expect CJ Stroud to play as good as he looked. I mean, I know he did only had 2 touchdowns, but throwing to the receivers he was throwing to, and like how many people he threw the ball to, it was honestly very impressive. I thought, um, like Xavier Hutchinson had a great game, and so did Jalen Noel. My buddy. Um, I mean, honestly, he's just throwing it to everyone, which was very surprising. And I mean, they ran the ball very good too. And I don't know what the hell the 49ers were doing. 8 rush attempts by basically, because I know they did not design a run for Mac Jones. Unless they did, then I'd be surprised. But McCaffrey, 8 runs, 25 yards the whole game. That's it, 8 attempts. And then, I mean, even that, they only had 19 completions in the game. So they didn't do anything really. I don't really because I can't watch every game, obviously, but I don't know what the hell they would have been doing. I guess they were just having a punt fest or something. He only had 5 punts. I mean, I don't know. That's probably about right. But I don't know. Just very weird game. I mean, I think the Texans. I'm not surprised they won, but I definitely didn't think the 49ers would look that bad. You know, I mean, it happens. Can't have a good game every game, especially Mac Jones throwing 350 yards a game. So, not surprised by that part because why the fuck would that happen? He's not throwing that many yards every single game, obviously. If he did, he would get paid a lot of money, but he's not. And then I think maybe the surprise of the week, honestly, is the Ravens beating the Bears. Well, never mind. There's another big surprise about the week, but I don't want to talk about that one yet. But this one I think was just crazy. So the Bears lose to the Ravens 30-16, and Caleb Williams doesn't look great. I mean, he's up and down on how he plays. He's kind of like the Falcons. I mean, he plays good one week, plays bad the next week. I mean, he played a hurt. I mean, they're not as hurt anymore, but a hurt Ravens defense didn't look great. You got a lot of yards, but you just can't finish the drives. Um, I'm not really sure how that happens so much, but like, let's see. Let me go to the first quarter. The first quarter, they had 2 possessions, 2 field goals, and the Ravens punted, and then Ravens scored a touchdown, punt, field goal, missed field goal, like field goal, punt. Oh, sorry, they had a punt, touchdown, interception, field goal, turnover, rundowns. That's all their possessions all day, which is crazy. Because Caleb Williams had 285 passing yards, but I don't know, they just are a very weird team. And also the Ravens, I guess Tyler Huntley's back to being Pro Bowl Tyler Huntley because they somehow win this game, uh, and don't look bad under Huntley. Really, I mean they were like they didn't whoa they didn't turn the ball over, but once I think. Did they turn the ball over? No, sorry, they did not turn the ball over. I thought they did. So I mean, they look decent this week. I mean, I'm kind of surprised just because they had Tyler Huntley playing. They look obviously better than when they have Cooper Rush because Cooper Rush is not very good. But I mean, they look like a lot better team without Cooper Rush but obviously Lamar's going to come back next week is what we've heard anyways. He's supposed to play this week, so I don't really know what that was. But Ravens look a lot better this week. I'm not surprised because the Bears are the Bears and they do Bears things like that. They're kind of like the Bengals or the Browns or the Jets. So, yeah. Not very surprised by that. Another one I kind of am surprised about just because of how they've been playing and how they put this many points up. But Buffalo puts up 40 on the Panthers. And Josh Allen only had 163 passing yards. But James Cook had 216 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen had 2 rushing touchdowns. Andy Dalton looked like he just was overwhelmed. I don't understand how because he's played in the NFL for so long. But I mean, Bryce Young's looked competent, but he got sacked 7 times, which isn't great. They couldn't run the ball very good. And I think it's about time for them to give up on Chuba Hubbard over Rico Dowdle because Rico Dowdle's averaging 6.8 yards a carry and Chuba averaged 2.8. I think it's time to give up on that. But I mean, the Panthers they got outplayed. That's just what happens is a bounce back game type deal for Buffalo, and that's what they did. I mean, the Panthers punt, fumble, field goal, punt, interception, field goal, missed, punt, fumble, touchdown, punt, into regulation. Like that's their day they had. Like that's terrible. Andy Dalton looked bad. They couldn't do nothing. And Josh Allen and the Bills didn't even really do anything besides run the ball. Josh Allen threw it as much as James Cook ran it, and they also had Ray Davis run it and Ty Johnson run it. So, and Khalil Shear had a great play. Love to see that. They actually are getting their receivers the ball, let them in some space, let them run. But yeah, that was an embarrassing game. I don't know how the Panthers looked that bad, especially because the Bills' defense I'm pretty sure, is decently hurt. Like they still don't have a lot of players. And then okay, never mind. Thought I did something. Another game that was pretty bad. Maybe not in terms of the actual game, but things that happened in it. The Giants and the Eagles. Jackson Dart looked halfway decent. I mean, he just is you can't do much when you don't have a bunch of great weapons and you're also playing the Eagles. But I mean, Scatterboo got hurt. He got air casted immediately, got out of there. It's unfortunate. And the Eagles Jalen Hurts threw 4 touchdown passes and had almost perfect passer rating. And Saquon had his first 100-yard rushing game of the year, and Tank Bigsby also had a 100-yard game. So if the Eagles can do that every game, I think they have a chance of repeating. I don't see them doing that every game. They've had, I think Saquon's maybe had one game over like 70 yards before this. I'm not really sure exactly if that's right, but I know he's not had any good games before this game. Let's see. No, where's the game log? There she is. Yeah, so his biggest game before that one, he had one game over 70 yards, and it was 88 yards, and then every other game was under 60. So, I mean, he's not had a great year. I don't know if it's the Madden curse, like whatever it is, but not been having a great year. And the Eagles, I mean, their defense looks decent, but I don't know. Jalen Hurts is just balling for real. It didn't even seem like they threw the ball down the field too much because, I mean, he only had 179 yards, but I mean, that's going to happen when you have 200 fucking almost 300 or 250 rushing yards in a game. But, you know, it was a good game by the Eagles. I'm definitely impressed. Jake Elliott got to figure out his kick, and I feel like he's kind of been like hit or miss lately on his kicking, but it's a good game by them. I feel bad for Jackson Dart because there's just no one for him to really throw to. And he's got to make all these like running out of the pocket, like off platform throws and stuff just to not get hit when he's throwing it. And now you lose Cam Scattaboo, who, you know, likes to run his head into walls and eat crayons and do all that stuff. But it was I mean, you're not gonna expect the Giants to beat the Eagles twice in a season. I mean, if you did, you're smoking something I need to try. But yeah, Eagles obviously gonna be the Eagles. They're gonna be good at some point in the season. I mean, whether like they've done this before where they started off like 11-0 or whatever, I think it was, because I know the Steelers also did this. I don't know if it was 11-0, but and then they go down the stretch and they lose like almost every game and then lose in the playoffs first game. So better to probably get it out of the way now than when you get to the playoffs. And then the Browns and the Patriots game. I mean, Drake May might have to win MVP. He might. And this is also a game, too, where I think Travion Henderson might need to take Ramondre Stevenson's job. And then you just have Ramondre Stevenson be the battering ram that you just put him on the goal line and just let him go, even though he does fumble. But when he's on the goal line, at least he can hold the ball like this and also run. But Travion Henderson just is a better playmaker in general. He's more electric, not a lot more. He's a lot faster. But it's becoming a pretty crazy thing of there's just one receiver randomly every week on the Patriots that falls down. Mac Hollins had 7 for 89 this week. Like every other week, it's like Demario Douglas did good one week, and Kayshon Boutt's had 2 good weeks. Diggs had a crazy week. Hunter Henry had a crazy week before. It's crazy. I mean, Drake May is just bringing the Patriots right back to where they were when they were good. I mean, obviously they're not winning Super Bowls because it's only a second season or whatever, but he's unreal. I mean, he progressed crazily after his rookie season. What are you looking at, bro? You eating something off the ground? And then pretty sure bad news that Quinshon Judkins got hurt, but I also saw his day-to-day, so I'm not sure how that's going to look. But Dylan Gabriel, I think it's you spent a 4th-round pick on him. It's not like you're doing anything if you start Shedeur. I think it's maybe time to try someone else out because Dylan Gabriel just is not it. He doesn't look good. I mean, the only good throw he really had was to a wide-open Harold Fannin Jr. I think those were both of his touchdowns actually were wide open because the one Njoku caught, I think he was open, like wide open. But he just more than half his completions are to fucking running backs. Like it's crazy. I don't. They also need to figure out the running game with no Judkins because Dylan Sampson's not terrible, but he's also you can't run it with fucking 8 different players and 5 of them be receivers and one's a tight end. I just think that Judkins, if he's not healthy, their run game should be decent enough. I mean, it's normally good even when they have Jerome Ford playing or like when Dylan Sampson was playing the first couple weeks, he was playing really good. So I don't know why it just went to shit. It's probably because they're getting the fuck kicked out of them, actually. That is probably why. that they lost so bad, but you know, the Patriots I think they're the real deal. It's gonna be fun to watch them down the stretch of the season because I think Drake May, he's putting himself in there as one of the better quarterbacks in the league. And then we're gonna go to my least favorite game of the week, the Jets and the Bengals. So you get Flacco, your defense is terrible, obviously. And Joe Flacco has you winning the game. You've had rushing touchdowns, passing touchdowns. Like, we literally had 5 touchdowns today. P. Ryan ran one in. Chase Brown ran one in. Flacco snuck one in. Who caught one? T. Higgins caught one, and Chase Brown caught one. Like, am I dumb? I thought P. Ryan scored 2. I could be dumb. I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, no, never mind. The other one, he got called back, and then Flacco snuck it. But Zach Taylor, you have a problem. And your problem is that you're terrible at calling plays and you won't give up play calling duties. Because we were winning this game 38-24 with, I think, like 7 minutes left. And you somehow lose it because, let's see here. They score. They had a 5-play, 2-minute drive. They score. And then we pass, sack. And then we have to punt. Fine. Right? And then they go score. Somehow Breece Hall throws a fucking touchdown because DJ Turner's just not even looking. But here's my thing. As on the last drive, you are running the ball, first of all, when you're losing. Why? Why are you running the ball? There's 40 seconds left and we need to go kick a field goal, and we're nowhere near the end zone. Why are you running it? You need to throw the ball. And that's the only thing that was really like working great every time yesterday. I know P. Ryan had 9 for 94. Like, when we needed to, the pass was working. And also on the first drive, it's 3rd and 6 or something, and you're throwing the ball to fucking Tanner Hudson. Why is he on the field? Get fucking Noah Fant out there. He catches passes good. Let him catch the ball. We don't want to fucking see Tanner Hudson lose us games like what happened last year when he got held. I know it wasn't his fault, but he got held and he gets tackled and 2-point conversion doesn't happen and we lose to the Ravens. Like, shit like that. We don't want to see that. He's not a good receiving tight end. I know that's what he's good at, but he's still not a good one. So we don't need to see it. And I don't understand how you lose the game up fucking 2 touchdowns with, I don't even know how much time was left when they fucking scored it. I think it might have been even less. Like right before they scored, because that's how they normally count it. So yeah, with 7 minutes left, and they scored a touchdown. Went for 2, got it with 8 minutes left, and then we get the ball and have a 58-second drive. I'm not sure what the fuck we're doing. So yeah, it just makes no sense to me. And I really don't get the whole we're gonna run when we need to go get a field goal, and there's a minute under 2 minutes left. We got the ball at a minute 48 pass. And then we run it for 12 yards, which was good. But then we incomplete pass. Samaje P. Ryan run. Why? And then we take a timeout because it's fucking 3rd down now. Incomplete pass. And then incomplete pass. And I mean, dude, do what you did. They didn't even have Sauce Gardner. It's embarrassing, dude. The Bengals need to fucking get rid of Zach Taylor, dude. I'm fucking tired of watching them. I know I said the Bengals season was over earlier in the year, and that was when we started playing Jake Browning. But now that we have Flacco, it did look like he was on the rise. But now I'm not so sure because, I mean, we lost to the fucking Jets who haven't won a game, and Justin Fields he's had 3 or 4 games this year under fucking 50 passing yards. And this man just beat us in a game. We gave up 500 yards of offense. Al Golden is garbage. He's not a good fucking defense coordinator. We let go of fucking Lou Anarumo, and now he's running the best defense in the league. Well, one of them. They're not better than the Broncos, even though PS2's out now. But I just don't understand how this happens to Cincinnati teams, dude. It's every Cincinnati team. The Reds, it'll happen. Like some shit like this will happen. Fucking FC Cincinnati, that happens every year. It feels like they're up 2 goals and they lose in the fucking playoffs. And they had no receivers either. Their leading receiver was Tyler Johnson, and then they had Isaiah Williams, Arian Smith, Jeremy Ruckert, fucking Mason Taylor. Their fucking running back was their second leading receiver, Isaiah Davis. It's like, how the fuck do you let that happen? Like, I'm so tired of Zach Taylor. Like, it pisses me off to my core. And I just can't stand the man, honestly. It makes me so mad. And I want him fired. I want Duke Tobin fired. People that stand up for Zach Taylor, they clearly are fucking dumb. I don't like he literally does nothing good. Like he never calls good games. And then in well, he has been calling good games recently, but I feel like it's mostly Flacco being like, I'm gonna throw it to Jamar and T. Higgins 95% of the time. Because what? Let's see. In this game, 21 completions, 12 to Chase, 1 to Higgins, which is crazy. I didn't know he only had 1 catch. 12, more than half of your passes completed were to Jamar, which do that. If that's going to help us, then do it. I mean, last game he had fucking 16 catches on like 24 targets. So let's do that. Let's not do the dumb shit. And maybe if you're gonna throw the ball a lot more, do what you were doing against the Steelers, chip blockers and stuff. So that way the tackles have a better and easier time. And their interior D line on the Jets is decently good. God damn, what the hell is that? Is decently good. So I'm not really surprised by that. That we like. I don't know how we lose though. It's crazy. And Flacco turned the Jets on again, had a nice little run. But yeah, I'm just over the season. Honestly, I kind of hope that we just keep losing, so that way we can get Zach Taylor out of here because I'm tired of him. I can't stand him at all. Makes me mad. But yeah. So I already talked about the Dolphins game. Okay, let's go. Oof, look, my foot fell asleep. Another really shitty game. Is the Tampa Bay and New Orleans Saints game. I don't know. I didn't get to watch much of this because I was watching Red Zone and there was like 1 touchdown scored in the whole game. So, I don't know what the fuck was going on. Like Baker was not good. Give me 1 second. The dog thing. Jesus. Cats getting into shit. But Baker had a not so great game. Whew, sorry. Fucking out of shape. I mean, they just didn't get the ball to many people. I mean, he had like what? 15 completions. I went 23 to 3. Chase McLaughlin was having a great game. I think he hit like 3 50-yard field goals that game. Were they 3 50-yarders? 54, 52, 55. Crazy. And then, oh no, there was 2 touchdowns. Sorry. They also picked off Spencer Rattler, who maybe had the worst game of his career, and they actually put in Tyler Show, who didn't look amazing either, because he's not good. I mean, he fucking wasn't good at Louisville, really. So I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. But the Buccaneers defense is also really good. So, like against the run, anyways, it's not a crazy good pass defense, but I mean, it's still decent. I mean, they ended up throwing the ball 50 times and scored 3 points. You do that, I think there's got to be some changes made. I know they obviously just got, which Aaron Glenn obviously saved his job yesterday or 2 days ago, whatever day it was, and stuff. But why can I not think of their coach's name? Jesus Christ, quarterback. I can't remember his name. Fucking Boise State quarterback. I don't know why I can't remember his name. Kellen Clemens. Jesus Christ. I think that's their coach. Yeah. I mean, you throw the ball 50 times with 2 different quarterbacks and combined for 250, 64 yards. It's not a good day at the office. And they both threw a pick. They got sacked 5 times. You ran the ball fucking 15-ish times and got like 40 yards. Like, that's bad. Bad day. Bad days. I mean, there's not much to say about this game. It was terrible. But the Bucs defense is good. I mean, those are the type of games you got to find a way to win, and they somehow blew out the Saints in a game where they scored 23 points. And then what I may think is the best team in the league is the Colts. They are unreal. I know they played the Titans, but Cam Ward has been progressively looking better each week. Um, I mean, now that they got rid of Tyler Lockett and he's not taking up a spot, and there's no Ridley out there, these younger receivers are actually looking decent. Like Ian Maynor and I forget how to say his name, DK. I mean, he looks decent. They got two decent running backs. Tajay Spears is not bad. He's just been out all season, really. But Jonathan Taylor has got to be looked at as an MVP candidate. And I don't know how people would say he's not, unless you actually think the MVP award is just for the quarterback. And if that's the case, then change the fucking name of it. It's not most valuable player, because that's the most valuable position. You have to take position bias out of it, I feel like. Because this man has fucking 4 games this year with 3 touchdowns, which is crazy. Because he has like double the amount of touchdowns the Titans have as a team. I don't understand how that's even possible, honestly. But the Colts, I mean, they've started utilizing all of their receivers, and it's working out for them because Michael Pittman, 8 for 95, great game from him. Alec Pierce is their big deep threat. Love him, UC boy. But he's a big deep threat. He's nice to have on the field for them because he just goes up and gets ball. He's 6'5", did the same thing in college. Tyler Warren might be the next Brock Bowers in terms of tight ends. So actually, he's not hurt, so he's playing better than Brock Bowers at the moment. Josh Downs, he's normally more of a downfield threat, but I mean, you can really how he plays. You could play him in the slot because he's small, fast. He's a decent route runner. Pittman obviously is their main dude. He just does whatever the fuck he wants. That catch he made yesterday was fucking gross. But he's really good. And I mean, Jonathan Taylor had 12 carries and had 153 yards, which is crazy. And I also don't get this. I'm just talking about this because I am thinking about it. But there's a league that I have. I didn't draft the team because I fell asleep. Well, I didn't fall asleep. I worked third shift, so I was sleeping. And I woke up late. And my draft had already started. And I have Jonathan Taylor and Bijan Robinson on the same team. And I'm 0. Oh, and I just won this week, so I'm 1-7, which doesn't make sense to me. I just keep starting all the wrong players. It's unfortunate, but whatever. I digress. We'll move on to the next thing, which is, it's crazy too about this game. They were they were up 38-7 at one point. I want to see how many times they punted this game. Let's see. Field goal, touchdown, punt, 1 punt, 2 punts. Touchdown, touchdown, punt. So they punted 4 times, right? 4 punts. It's embarrassing. Started the season off not punting once. But yeah, it's the Colts. They look amazing. Daniel Jones looks like he actually knows how to play quarterback. If he's playing like that, then he would be on the Giants still. But never mind. They don't have the receivers like that. So maybe it's not true. They don't have the receivers or the coaching. Shane Steichen's looking like an unreal. He's just an unreal offensive mind, honestly. He's like I'm trying to think of somebody like that. Like, not McDaniel. What's his name? He's a better head coach of him, but like Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury runs a great offense, but he's not a good head coach. Steichen is a good head coach, though. Now we're going to the Broncos and the Cowboys game. The Broncos are just fucking unreal. When their offense is working, I don't think they can lose. When their offense is flying like this, they can't lose. And Dak just basically after that game, which is unfortunate, and I know he somehow wasn't in MVP conversation, but this probably knocked him out of MVP conversations because they couldn't really do anything. Their only touchdown was Jalen Tolbert. They scored 14? Or am I dumb? They scored fucking 22. Where the fuck do other touchdowns come from? Oh, Joe Milton threw a touchdown. I did not know. Am I dumb? Where the fuck? Oh, Javante had 2. Jesus Christ, I'm blind. I mean, they couldn't run the ball really because the Broncos defense is ridiculous. But now they're without PS2, so that's going to hurt them a little bit. But they can get to the rush to passer like nobody's business. The first play of the game was a turnover for the Broncos. And the Cowboys, all they did with that was kick it. And also, RJ Harvey, I don't know what the fuck got into him, but he just turned into a baller this game. I mean, he's been good, but he just not like that. He had a 40-yard touchdown. He had like a 1-yard touchdown, and he had like a fucking, how long was this touchdown catch? 5 yards. I mean, it's still a touchdown, so whatever. Troy Franklin had a touch. Troy Franklin had a nice 2 touchdowns. One of them he's wide open, and then Pat Bryant had a dirty catch. I think that's his name, right? It's Pat Bryant. Yeah. Um, he had a great catch too. But the Broncos are unfucking real. I know they played the Cowboys defense, which is terrible, and now Trayvon Diggs is also hurt. But this, I mean, they're just so good. That defense, if you can't do anything against their defense, you're not winning the game. And I don't think anybody can. But PS2 is, I think they set out for like 4 to 6 weeks, which is really shitty. But I don't think that's going to really, like, I know it's going to hurt them, but it's not going to do too much to them, I don't think, because their defense, like the scheme they run, they just get to the quarterback. They blitz all the time. And their corners are all good man cover corners because they got Riley Moss. They have, who's their other cornerback? Shit. Hold on. Riley Moss, Pesterton, Jade Barron, that's who it is. And fucking Jalen McMillan. Like, is that his name is Jalen, right? Jaquan McMillan. Oh, that's the one dude that, yeah, I'm an idiot. Whatever. But they're like all good cornerbacks. So they have 4 good corners. And this, honestly, if anything, is going to help Jade Barron out because he's a rookie. So it'll be good for him to get more playing time as a slot or a number 1 or wherever they put him. But he's not going to be number 1. It's probably going to be Riley Moss. You know, the Broncos are unreal. I think they're the best team in the league, personally. They lost to the Colts like week 2 or whatever. I think it was week 2, but I think they're better than the Colts personally, because their offense. I mean, in the last 5 quarters of football they've played, they've scored 70, 77 points. Last 5 quarters. That is unreal. I don't care what defense you're playing. This is crazy. And Bo Nix is starting to kind of figure it out too. He's got his deep ball back, and RJ Harvey, if you use him and J.K. Dobbins like they did today, J.K. Dobbins averaged 7 yards a carry, and RJ Harvey averaged fucking like 6.6 yards a carry, but he also had a 40-yard touchdown, and he only had 46 yards. So take that with a grain of salt. But whatever. I think the Broncos may be the best team in the league. I know the Colts also look like that as well, but so do the fucking Patriots. So, and the NFC, I don't really know who the best team out there is. I really don't. But also another team that might be. No, actually, that's who my pick would be for the best team. So now we're on to the Sunday night game, Packers and the Steelers. So, game started off bad for the Packers. They weren't looking great. They had I think maybe it was just their first drive. I can't remember. I think it was just their first drive, right? Yeah, it was the first drive. Went 3 and out, field goal for the Steelers. And Boswell is honestly, him and Brennan Aubrey, both, I would put them 1A, 1B. I would probably put Aubrey over him in that category just because of how strong his leg is, and he just never misses kicks, really. But they get a field goal. And then Tucker Kraft had a fucking unreal game. And then the Steelers punt. Packers missed field goal because Brandon McManus was on his shit today or yesterday. He couldn't make fucking shit. And then, yeah, Boswell makes another one. And the fucking Packers just punt, miss field goal. Goes to halftime. Steelers get a punt. Then Packers start turning it up a little bit. Touchdown. And then they get another touchdown. I forget who this one was to. This Savion, yeah. And then this one, I believe, was to Josh Jacobs. Yeah, cool. So, I mean, they scored in 3 straight possessions, scored a touchdown. Turned this game on its head quick. Tucker Kraft, another touchdown. And then the Steelers in the second half, their possessions were punt, field goal, punt, fumble. And then there's their last possession they scored. And who scored their last one? Roman Wilson. Oh, yeah, that. I don't understand the controversy behind that one because I thought that should have been a touchdown. So I don't really get that. But Steelers, Max is not going to like me saying this, but I don't think they're a good team. Their offense is good sometimes. It's bad a lot of the time. Aaron Rodgers looks good, but their only downfield threat really is Calvin Austin, and they don't throw him the ball down the field. And well, I guess DK too, but they don't throw it down the field for some reason. Like the only person that they had a long catch, it was like the fucking second play of the game was Robin Wilson. For them, not second play of the game. But I mean, their best player is fucking Chris Boswell. Makes no fucking sense. But yeah, Jordan Love had an unreal game. Fucking 360, 3 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs and Emmanuel Wilson was looking nice too. But Josh Jacobs, he is the engine for that team. I mean, he didn't play extremely well today, but like if they just give him the ball, I feel like just gets them going. And Tucker Kraft had 143 fucking yards today, which is crazy. Christian Watson made his debut. Love to see that. Happy he's back. And I don't know how the fuck you can't figure out how to use Matthew Golden. That dude is a good ass player. I feel like he is not that hard to figure out how to use, but you know, it happens. I guess they have 17 fucking receivers on their team. So but Tucker Kraft is unreal, dude. He might be the best tight end in the fucking league. He's not, obviously, because it's probably Brock Bowers, but you know, or yeah, there's a lot of good tight ends in the league. But Roman Wilson actually had a good game, which is good for the Steelers because they need that other receiver that's actually going to be getting the ball. But I think part of their problem too is that this game they got away from what they like to do, which I know I said they shouldn't, but in a game where you can't move the fucking ball barely, I feel like you got to do something, and they didn't really do that tight end play that Max is talking about, like where they have 3 tight ends and an offensive lineman. But they did throw it at the offensive lineman one time on that play. But I don't understand. Most of the time, I feel like they're throwing the shit out of the ball at Johnny Smith, and they only gave him the ball twice today. He only had 3 targets, and I don't know. I know that the Packers have a really good defense, but I'm gonna say that the Steelers should have played a little better today. I mean, they punted like 7 fucking possessions in the second half. Like what? They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well they only had 6 possessions, but they punted 4 of them. One of them was a field goal, one is a punt, and one's a touchdown. But it was like at the end, goddamn dying at the end of the game. I mean, the Steelers have won games before kicking field goals. I don't know why they couldn't really figure that one out. But also, Jordan Love played unreal and had one of the craziest plays I've ever seen. And showing when he's dropping back and he throws the ball, gets hit, and like it just flies up in the air and it's just dropping down. I know everybody's gonna say it looks like pass interference, but I don't think that really was. The dude wasn't even paying attention. He kind of just like threw him off because he's trying to get to the ball. But that was a crazy play. And then he got like fucking 50 yards or something. But then we're going to go to the game that ended about 35, 40 minutes ago. The Chiefs and the Commanders. The Chiefs are back to being the Chiefs. I hate to say it because I don't like the Chiefs, but their defense is fucking unreal. Patrick Mahomes is playing unreal. And the thing that sucks is like they don't really need a crazy good run game. I know they can get it when they need to, but they don't need a crazy good run game to win. Like their receivers are dumb good. Like if you got Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce, Juju Smith, fucking Hollywood, Rashee Rice, you could almost do what you do with Jamar and just throw him the ball every play. And they also could have had even more points this game. But Travis Kelce fucking had a ball hit him right in his hands and it flew out and whatever it said, whatever. But they're just so good. I mean, the throws that Mahomes makes, I hate to say it because I hate Mahomes. I don't like the Chiefs. Everybody says I sound like Mahomes, but I think he's still the best quarterback in football. I don't think that should have ever changed because as much as him playing bad, not even bad, he's just not playing as crazy good as he probably should have been at the beginning of the season. He just wins games. Like, no, like, it just doesn't matter. What are they, 5 and they're, like, 5-3 now, right? 4-3, sorry. Wait, it's week fucking 8. Did they have a bye week already? They might have. I don't know. They're 4-8 or 4-3 or 5-3, whatever. But Mahomes, he turned the ball over twice, I think, before they even scored in this game, and he still threw 3 touchdowns and they won. I think that's what it was. Let me check. Yeah, the first 2 yeah. So this is how the first 5 drives of the game went. Interception, turnover on downs, interception, turnover on downs. And then it was touchdown, end of half. So, like, the Chiefs, they punted the ball once the entire game and scored touchdowns or threw picks every other drive. So, or the half ended because they fucking need the ball. But Mahomes is just unreal. When they do have a run game, they're unstoppable, especially because their defense is fucking ridiculous. I mean, they have playmakers everywhere. Their backups are good playmakers. They have top 5 cornerback in the league in Trent McDuffie. Brian Cook, I'm kind of a dick writer about him because he went to UC, whatever. Nick Bolton is a great linebacker. I mean, Drew Tranquil's been very good linebacker. They don't have good cornerbacks really besides Trent McDuffie, but they do the job. Like Watson and Joshua Williams, they do the job at least. And you can, and the George Karlaftis is a great pass rusher. They still have fucking, I don't think he played this. They did. Oh, yeah. Chris Jones is one of the best D tackles in the league. I mean, they got Michael Dano who had a pick tonight. I think it was a pick, wasn't it? Yeah. He had an interception off of a fucking pass that hit Deebo Samuel right in his fucking face. So, I mean, it was a bad game because the Chiefs are that good. And I also saw somehow that the Chiefs defense last week, which is basically a fucking bye week for them, they had 30 plays last week, which was the least amount of plays in a game since 1952 or something, which is absurd. That's how bad the Raiders are and how bad, like, how a great defense like the Chiefs can make them, like, can make how good they can look. I don't know. I'm talking like an idiot, but how they can make how bad they can make a team look and how fucking shitty the Raiders are because they literally did nothing. 30 plays is fucking insane. But I think that's pretty much it for football, at least. I'm gonna see how much time I got. 44 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna go take a peek see at the NBA. Well, we'll talk about this too, real quick. It is at this moment the end, going into the 12th inning of the World Series and the third game. Is it third game? Yeah, third game. And Ohtani once again has 2 home runs. He's ridiculous. If you don't think I normally would say I think Barry Bonds is the best player in baseball. I think he's the best probably hitter in baseball, but like ever. But Ohtani's the best player ever. I don't care what you say. The dude can in one game struck out 10 people and hit 3 home runs. Like that is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. He also had a 50 home run, 50 steal season. Like he's crazy. But hopefully the Dodgers lose because I hate them. I hate all those big teams like that because I can't fucking stand it. It pisses me off that these good teams get to be good no matter fucking what because their owners actually like to pay players. But yeah, so we're gonna look at some NBA. I mean, I'm not gonna really look at the NBA because I'm just gonna go maybe look at some. Let's see. We'll just look at a couple of things here. Yeah. So the NBA. I don't know how really lose credibility because of this thing that's going on. Because realistically, those could have been the only 2 people that knew about that shit, Terry and Damon Jones. But I feel bad for Terry because I also saw that the game that he got hurt in, he also had an MRI that a doctor checked and said that he did something to his foot, and I'm pretty sure he missed the rest of the season, which could have been because that could not have been. I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor. I don't, shit, whatever. But it seems like the scoring in the NBA is going crazy this season because Larry Markkinen, I'm pretty sure, just had a 50 piece. He did. And Aaron Gordon, like 3 days ago, dropped 50 and missed 1 3-pointer and shot 11 of them. VJ Edgecombe is got the second most points ever for in his first 3 games. I think that's what the stat was. And then Paolo wants to play good tonight. It's funny, and they still lost. I don't know how they're fucking bad. Did Joel actually play? He didn't. What a surprise. The Sixers actually look decent. I mean, Tyrese Maxey is playing unreal. VJ Edgecombe is fucking. I hate the Sixers, but he's nasty. Let's see here. Any other fucking games? Why did it just go away? I don't want to be. I know it's Tuesday technically, but I'm not on Tuesday. Yeah. So Cleveland beats the Pistons. San Antonio wins their 4-0, and Wembanyama is just so disgusting. He's so good. I think there's a fucking good chance he gets a quadruple double this year, and maybe even a 5-piece of that. Which, maybe not. He's definitely gonna get fucking what's that shit called? A fucking nickel game. I don't know what that shit is. Also, the Hawks are garbage. Good. Hate Trae Young. He's trash. He's overrated as fuck. He can't play defense. I know. Let's see. I want to see what this game was looking like. Nets are garbage, obviously. And I think that there's a good chance that the Rockets are the best team in the league this year because I don't know how you match up to them. They're advertising their starting lineup, at least for the first game. I don't know if they're going to do it every game, but was 6'10". That is unreal. How do you fucking guard that shit? Like, I don't get it. And also, Cooper Flag, I think, got hurt a little bit. I know he played the whole game, but he got hurt. I think he came back in and played, didn't he? Yeah. Dude, he's had a good game, and he's had a shit game, and he's had a good game. 2 points, 1 for 9. Yeah. Is Kyrie, like, he's just always hurt, isn't he? Just fucking Derek Lively. Yeah. I mean, they lost. The Thunder have played fucking basically like fucking 5 games, and they've only played 3 or something. So, yeah, we're in the thick of the NBA season now, starting to get into it, really. But Celtics finally won their first game, made me happy, even though they played like shit. But I mean, Jaylen Brown played 24. What the? Did he get hurt? Hold on. No, I guess not. I don't see anything about it. But yeah, the Celtics won. I don't really care how they do it, as long as they do. Peyton Pritchard fucking got 18. Anthony Simons finally fucking started making some shots. That's good. Derek White looks like shit at the beginning of the season. Really, I mean, he's supposed to be taking over a lot of the scoring for Tatum, and it's just not looking great. I don't know why they decided not to play Hugo Gonzalez today. He was looking actually halfway decent. But they played Luka Garza. He had 16 points. I mean, every time Luka Garza plays, he looks good. I don't know why he keeps getting cut from teams. It's probably because he's not a great defender, but, that happens. Let's see. And the NBA is having the same problem already that the NFL is having. And that is that no one can stay healthy for whatever reason. Because Pat Surtain just got hurt. I mean, Jane Daniels hurt again. Now in the NBA, Ant's out, LeBron's out, Luka's out. Tatum's out for the year, basically. Probably. I don't know how long he's actually going to be out. Tyrese is out. Like, it makes it hard to watch. The NBA needs to go from 82 games probably down to like 65 or something. And then the NFL, if they're going to have more games, they need to have another bye week, I think, personally. But it's fucking, like, the injuries, it makes it hard to watch this shit. Same with soccer. Soccer has 900 fucking games a year. And they're like, well, why are you guys always hurt? It's like, dude, we're playing 700 fucking games. They got the international break, and then they got, like, all that shit. It's like, what is going on? I'm going to check this Warriors game. It'll be the last NBA game I check. Yeah. And then we probably are going to call it there. Steph is looking old. What the fuck? Why? He's only shot the ball 11 times? It's crazy. That's probably the last one of those I'm going to check. I don't think there's much else to talk about. But there's one last thing I will say before I go. That is, you can go to wannaparlay.com. Use code JMP. That's for me. And for Max, that's our code, JMP, Jam Pro Sports Talk. And you can use that to get 100% deposit match up to $250. You do that, they got some of the better odds. I think the best odds or something like, is it best odds? No, some I think it's, I don't know the exact wording for it, but just go use them. Good. It's not the exact same as a normal site where you would pick whatever you want and do, like, you have to kind of finagle your way to make it, and it'll tell you how much you would make compared to like another place, other places like FanDuel or whatever it's called, DraftKings. So yeah, go to Wanna Parlay, use the code JMP, get your deposit match, go make you some money, maybe lose some, obviously, but happens to everybody. Yeah, so go do that. And hopefully next time we do an episode, it'll be a we and not just a me. But yeah, so oh, actually, sorry, one more thing before I sign off. I didn't talk about it all. NCAA, UC's ranked 17th. There was a bunch of shit games this week. In college football. And there's some good ones, but there's a lot of shit ones. Like most of them were blowouts. Yeah. But UC went up to 17, so that makes me happy. Love to see it. They almost were not looking good, and they kind of just turned it on at the last second. But yeah, good week for us. And hopefully we keep it up and we can win the Big 12. That'd be fantastic. But that will be it for me. So I will call it there. I didn't really think about talking about NCAA too much. So yeah, that is going to be it for me. And thank you for watching. Go follow us on TikTok. Go follow us on YouTube, which you probably will see this on YouTube anyways if you're watching it. TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you watch your podcast at, follow us. Give us 5 stars. Give us a thumbs up. Comment. Tell us what we can improve on, me especially, because I'm trying to, people seem to not like me, which I'm fine with. It doesn't really matter to me, but, everybody can have their own opinions. But just let us know what we can improve on. Maybe anything we can talk about, you know, stuff like that. Just trying to get better every day. So thank you for watching, and we will see you guys hopefully Thursday or Friday. Peace.